Hi guys, how are you? Welcome to another episode of Expert Talk. Today we have a very interesting personality for you. Somebody who has domestic India experience and also overseas experience. He is a techie guy, and my latest interaction with him was very interesting, where he mentioned one thing. He just like how people spend a lot of money for clothes, he spends a lot of money discovering apps. Okay, I have Nachiket Patel. He is the founder, managing director of Logic Win. Logic Win is a IT company, but they also have multiple, faces. They have a lot of deliveries, India and abroad to it. Two things which we are going to explore with Nachiket is about his IT, his learning, how he found his first customer, how he is trying to, making sure the Logic Wind is properly governed. The other very important and interesting journey is he also has a big exposure into gaming industry. So we will ask him how that interest came to him, what are all the things that he took so that his gaming side, his gaming company is becoming very successful. Let's go for this interview. Thank you very much, Nachiket, for accepting and coming to this channel.
Always, always. It's always fun to talk with you and just in general with techies. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So to start with, tell me about the journey of Logic, when it started, how it started, and what are all the things that you.
Yeah, yeah. So primarily I am like a techie. So I still code. I manage 30, 40 people, but I still code every day. Figure out some time to do that. I was working in SR as an automation engineer and Java was the hot pick that time and I liked working with it. So just like being part of online community was big thing. So I usually comment in forums and just discuss things. And so I end up arguing with one of the author of a open source library. So you were just like going back and forth. Like I wasn't opposing him. Like this is something it should be like done like this. And we found a connection and he offered me some online work. This is 2009 or 10. And I was like, okay, great, yeah. So he said, he gave me some part-time stuff and said, leave your job. So I wasn't an entrepreneur by nature. I was a techie. I'm still a techie. So I said, yeah, why not? Like, and then I took the leap, left my job and started working with him for full time. He gave me 6 months of fixed work and I worked on new stuff on Java and that's how my career started. And honestly, for first 5 6 years, I was freelancing, like living the dream of a freelancer, right? Like working on new technology, working with different people. The first startup exposure I had was 2011, and there were 6 people from 6 different countries in the startup. So then I would say around 2015, I realized that things can be serious and bigger. Then I started focusing as a company rather than just individually having a couple of guys to work with and just having some other freelancers as a part of the team. And I had a really good partnership in between as a company. It was called JumpBite. But then again, I come back to Logicwind as a founder because there were certain different aspirations we had, and we kind of devoted towards that. But all in all, now and I think myself as an experimenter with technology. So do big experiments as a business, and I don't really want to be 1,000 people company or a multi-million dollar company. I just want to do the experiments, new things, experience that, and make as a lifestyle. I want to make money doing it, be successful at it, and just live that lifestyle.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. So one big learning for all the techies is that never settle. Always innovate and keep experimenting and things where you feel a little uncomfortable, but something which can be attained. I think some potential is there for you in future. So Nachiket, going forward, uh, you said something very interesting. 6 people as partners, and all 6 are from different countries. Okay, how was the communication? Like being a techie, like you would have always be a solo guy. Okay, you and your computer is going to be the best buddies. But when partnership comes, okay,
So just to correct, six people were working on that startup. Six people were as an employee from different countries, not
Okay,
business partners.
okay,
Yeah.
okay,
So we were hired, like I was a front end guy, then there was a back end guy from Belarus, then there was a other guy, like a database guy from some other country. Like that, we were six people working on a startup as an employee. There
okay.
was no,
And how was the communication?
well, asynchronous.
Okay, okay.
But we used to have one meeting every week, 1 2 hour meeting. And so yeah.
But I remember this word called asynchronous, which is some which you use a lot of time, and you also said that meetings or the things should be asynchronous for keeping it active and also for keeping it live. Why you always like you say like that?
Recently, I have been saying a lot. The reason I would tell is this. So, even you are working together, and I don't know, it's an Indian thing, but I personally don't like to document a lot. So, I would say, do that. Like, can you please finish that? And then verbally, I would communicate something, and it gets communicated 90% or 95% of the time. 5% you get something which you don't expect. It happens with a lot of people, so that asynchronous makes you write things. When you write things, you get clarity in your head. You you become a better communicator, and the other person will get from whatever is written. So all of a sudden your processes and everything becomes amazing. It's hard thing to get to. I'm still learning as a we are still learning as a company to get to that. But we are it's happening, and I see the benefits. And it used to be like that when I was working as a freelancer. I still recall those days, like everything was clear, laid out, what I was supposed to do, what is the expected. So that's why I started loving the word asynchronous again. It wasn't something I was using 4 months back, to be honest.
No, I was kind of expecting such answer. In fact, I was praying to get an answer like that because this is exactly what this channel wanted to communicate to their audience. Is that like never think that you are unprepared. Never think that like okay, whatever that I'm doing is perfect and this is enough and there is nothing better. Or from the students community, there is always that. How to say like they have a feeling that am I good for that, or probably like, if I do something will I make a mistake. So these the word asynchronous actually bundles everything inside, and then like being asynchronous gets you back to a synchronous mode where you put a process for that. That's wonderful, Nachiket. I think you should probably put this in a document and release it.
I'll write a blog about it.
Yes, you should do that. You should. Okay, taking forward. What are all the activities at Logic Wind? What are all the exposures that you have? I know that you are going to launch a CRM soon. So tell me about
Yeah, so primarily we have a partnership for servicing right now with a US based company, and so that, like I said, being techie, I don't like sales, obviously, and so they do that role for us, and we have really good relation there, and really good partnership with that US company. So we do a lot of high tech, like latest and greatest technology apps and web apps and systems, and so that's what we do. So stuff like, I will take some technology name, it's okay if you don't know that, but like Flutter is new in mobile apps, so Flutter we are doing. Then React is something we are experts at. It used to be PhoneGap when it was years back. So we used to be on top of like the things, and GraphQL is something which we are again experts at. AI is something we are experimenting actively, because now AI has become application level thing, meaning that you can use AI services to add AI to your apps. You don't have to be scientist to build AI. You can be a developer and build AI. So we are getting those things, experimenting with those things, and whenever we get a chance, we pitch that to client, or we pitch as a solution, so that and they we can use that in the products, in the projects we build. That is one part. Other is we are partnering. So I am partnering with DGQC is one platform where we are technology co-founders for the that particular startup, and it takes like the CEO himself is focused solely on that, and we are giving a technology team, and me being a CTO, like a part-time CTO, there to support them and build the solution which we want. So that is another model we are working on. And then there is a, like I said, the game company. The story will come. It's a nice little story. And so I do have a game company in a partnership with my cousin brother. So that's there. And the products, right? Like we launched something called contactbook.app, which is a contact sharing in Gmail. So if you have a Gmail and you want to share certain contact with your family, like my father adds the contact of his cousin, I would automatically get it on my phone. Like I don't have to do anything. So there are shared contact groups we can do. But that's the app. It's called contactbook.app, and it's free for 5 users, so you can go and try that. So the product is the new game for me. Like I'm into getting into products. So that is
Okay.
what we are building another product. So that's where our focus is, and AI is another area. Service as in like we have contracts we building for some other companies. We do really well, and we do with our partners in US. So that like there is a nice relationship there. Yeah.
See, one interesting thing which you said, there is a startup and you becoming their part-time CTO or technology partner. So, is it right if I can understand? Say, I have a concept and I want to probably, I'm very convinced that my concept will work for some industry. Being a business guy or being a marketing guy, one of my problem is technology. So, what you are actually saying is that if you are convinced about the startup model and your concept and everything, Logic Win will be the technology partner for that particular build. Is
Yes.
my understanding correct?
Yes, and we invest with you. Like if we are having certain equity, and we will be investing certain that amount with you in the startup. So
Okay.
yeah, we become proper co-founder, not just like we will provide you service.
Okay, okay. Oh, fantastic. So I think every startup entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs, if you have a fantastic idea which you feel it will work, I will definitely get a contact details email from Nachiket. I will put it in this video. Like you can reach out to him, and if it works out, I think you have a technology partner right away for you. And they will be an equity partner also. They are not just a technology service provider, they will be your co-founders of that initiative. Going forward, very nice. It's going forward, Nachiket. Uh, Gaming. Let's come to something which is like everybody when they feel about games, mobile games, it just two ideas come into picture. One is that, oh, it's so lovely, I want to do it. Okay, and the other idea immediately comes is, oh, this is big time, big people's game, so we cannot be going into it. You need millions of users to even start with. Okay, is this a misconception, or how did you guys come into gaming? Break some of the myths for us.
Sure. So gaming industry itself is divided into different. Now there are so many sectors. It used to be video games, then it used to be Xbox, and then it used to be like computer games. Now we have mobile in the mix, iPad in the mix, TV in the mix. Even like voice games are coming. Like there are certain with Echo, and you can have certain games in your voice assistants. So if you put all together, there are like it's a huge industry. But you are absolutely right. The AAA games, the games which are like super 3D, super nice graphics, actually has bigger budget than movies. Hollywood movies has lower budget than that. You're absolutely right, it's super expensive. But then there are games which are done by just one guy, completely on him, marketed by him, and those are called indie games. So if you search indie games, indie as in individual short form indie games, you'll find a lot of creative and cultural things around it. So there is a whole big community of indie gamers. The game is usually not. It is still graphics, nice graphics and good graphics, but it's not like usually 3D heavy graphics. It's usually nice 2D graphics. Sometimes it's even text based. There are text based game community. We just do text as a game. So there is huge community and huge variation of things. It's in an industry itself. But as an individual, you can definitely build games. So don't think. And there is a community. There is a platform to sell that game to have users for that. but you can't expect to advertise that in Play Store and think that I will have that, or will have million users. Then you will have that sort of audience who likes your game. There are ways to go about it and market it and learn, like, do that. But one thing I would say is, do research enough, understand enough where are you getting or what are you trying to do before jumping into it, right? Because one of the game industry is like being a Bollywood star. If it hits, you get revenue, but out of thousands, only one gets popular. So then why I did it, right? If I knew all that. So I have been a very avid gamer from my school days. I remember sleepless nights, and just like killing on it. And now, but then I kind of stopped doing after I turned 30, a few years back. And but my cousin brother, younger brother, he followed me being a programmer. Like, I did programming, he became programmer. And he joined a game company. It was a dream job. He did really good stuff at 5 6 years. And then I was pushing him, like, why are you working if you know everything? Why don't you do it yourself? So he had certain concerns. So what I end up pushing him for is, okay, let's start a game company together. Let's make it a experiment for like 2 years. So I will invest as an like co-founder, and you basically build the best game you can think of, or the things you wanted to do, and I wanted to do. Let's do that. And I know that in 2 years, like the reality check, the Angry Bird game, Chilingo company created Angry Bird game. It was their 17th or 18th game. First, all of them were, the number might be wrong, but just the idea I'm trying to explain. After 15, 17 games, they were able to get the first hit. And that was the last trial. They said, after this, we are shutting down the company if it doesn't happen. And see where they are. They have movies about it, right? So if it's your passion and you have somebody who know is passionate about gaming, or like, so I just wanted to support my brother, and like, I know his passion and his skills, and like, we'll make it. Like, it will take some time. So now we have a good, I wouldn't say it's successful right now, but we have a good understanding. It's been a year. We crossed a year mark. A good understanding, good presence on certain games. Like, we created a Chromecast based games. So if you search Chromecast games, we are number one. But the point is, there is not enough people searching. It's like 50,000 now, 1 lakh people searching a day, and we are getting few thousand downloads a day. I don't know how many people are searching, but we are getting few thousand downloads a day. And it's not that you can say great. But let's say I'm sitting there. Chromecast will release new version. We'll update that game to be a number one game, and maybe we'll have our day.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, but the gaming industry is such industry that you should ready to not make money. It should be a passion, and you should be ready to, like, it's okay if I don't make money. It should be a hobby. Otherwise, you should be very clear about how we are gonna market it. You must have fun. You must have. It's not that easy as service. Like, as in, like, I get a contract, I get paid, and I get revenue, right? So I hope it makes sense what I'm trying to.
It definitely makes sense. See, one of the main reason why I wanted to have this story from you is that uh, if I come and speak with Nachiket, let's say 10 years from now, where you are doing a billion-dollar business, this particular information will not come out. Like, generally, when people become very successful, what happens is that they they tell us only the cream of it. Okay. One of the main thing which this particular channel, when we created, we wanted to capture is it's not only the journey, the learning behind the journey is also there. So taking that cue, now you have given exactly saying that what the first year or couple of years of your gaming industry will be. The the thing which I want to explore is, as a student, okay, when I was a student, okay, even now, maybe my son also, we all have our own ideas, like we generally have a fixation saying what comes to my brain is the best, okay, that everybody has it, okay. So one way is, if we have more money, test it out, okay. So let us not go to that, privileged circle, because we are not that privileged circle, okay. What are all the things that will constitute, okay, a game to go to the next level? I have a concept. Okay, what is that I should probably see it may be correct, it may not be correct, but at least there should be few of the pointers. You know, if I have like five, at least three will get stuck. So then I can put my thing into production, okay, and then leave it to the market, whether it is a niche market or thing. What is that concept to game development? How this movement goes?
One thing I would like to point out, it may be little different what you asked, but I really wanted to put out this point is don't think about money or a business as a student. Don't think about it. Just don't think how much money this can make or how can I make a business. It's not the right time to think. The student life and even the I would say the first years of any experience should be just learning. So if you start thinking about money, and that is one of the things I did, which I am now regretting in a way, is I started thinking as a business too soon. Like I'm taking in 2015. Before that, I did not. So I had so much exposure and so many things I did. After that, once you think becoming a business, so don't make a mistake of okay, I am gonna start a business of game and I am gonna make $1 million. Don't think as a student. Think once you are expert at game. So maybe do a job if you have to, but don't start putting numbers to your creativity. And so that is I wanted to put that first. After that, one thing what you ask is just find your so game is art. If you are a solo person, then you cannot have an artist because you're solo. You have to be the artist. So it's an art. So find your area of interest. Let it be even 3D. Now there are platforms that easily you can build 3D games as well. So don't limit your creativity in thinking that 3D games take so much money. It does, but to create an idea into production, it doesn't. Like 3D models are available for free, 3D platforms are available for free, and the sounds are available for free. So all you have to do is know how to, and there are YouTube videos for free to know how to build the games. So basically, it's all you need is your time, vision, and just the dedication towards that. And the platforms are there where you can market for free. Like there is communities and forums where you can say, "Hey,
Yeah, that's my next question, Nachiket. What are all the platforms available for development? What are all the platforms available for positioning the games? That is like marketing and
Unity is one of the most popular Unity games, and they give a free version. There is a like for all of so there are different models. I don't remember right now, but you have a free one where you can actually deploy it to your consumer, and all they do is Unity logo comes in the first of the screen. That's you are okay as like you don't really worry about all that anyway. So you can really scale with Unity. Then there are really nice like web is becoming so powerful. So I personally predict that everything which is available on your 3D will become normal in web. Like in a year or two, in your browser, you can really play 3D games as you would play on your computer. And there are platforms, Play Canvas, yes. So Play Canvas is a platform where you build game on web. You press a button and it's live, and you can send a URL to your friends. It's very simple as a, and you can do 3D, like really first really good 3D games, and they provide it for free for certain users and certain things, and so that is another one which you can do. And then the forums like Reddit is really good for generally anything. So you will find game beginners, game newbie channel, and you can put your things, get feedback, and just be part of the community. It's very important to be part of the community. That is another thing I will say. And the right community, which is another thing, because if you go to Game Pro and you are beginner there, you will not like to be there around much because you will not understand what they are talking about. You will find the right community, hang out there like you would hang out with your friends, and that's the thing I would suggest for students to do.
okay. And along with the passion, and what you strongly recommend is do a lot of research here. When it comes to research, okay, generally research is a very broad term, you know, like something where research generally according to people like us is research means type something in Google. Okay, so little bit of insight of how to research or probably some pointers, you know, where how they can get some kind of a construed, you know, focused research.
So first, let's say you want to build indie games or like something. So open Google and put indie games. That's step one. But honestly, of course use Google, but don't go on like first page results. Go deep, like second, third, and you'll find more keywords. So what I think is in like indie games, I wanna do let's say a particular style like 2D, indie games 2D, and then I would find more words and I would find community. And it's just to understand what kind of things are there. So you kind of make a map in your mind or in your paper, like okay, 2D has text-based game, then 2D has strategy game, then these games, and what kind of games are there? You play some games, and so research I feel like is experiencing in a shallow way, yeah, like going deep. You keep experiencing those things and you will know what is the map, and then you by your experience you'll know okay, this is what I wanted to go, join that community, hang out there, and if you have a doubt, join two community and hang out there. And so it's basically it's not one day thing, it's not structured as in like this is the report of my research and this report shows that this is. It's more of a experience learning and figuring out these two things I'm doing and why I'm doing. That's research in my mind. And honestly, you're absolutely right. Right now, I'm figuring out how to do SaaS marketing right way, and I'm doing market research, and I'm like, what? How do I do it? Like, people are talking about surveys, and so I'm still in that problem, but just a different domain. I'm trying to figure out do the right market research for SaaS product I'm building.
Okay.
So so yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So coming back to Logic Wind as a total package, I wanted to understand as a community. Okay, how do you collaborate? Means like there are students who has good ideas. There are students who are seeking internship. There are students who are asking for projects. And there is a startup community also, which is also see one of the things which a startup community hesitate to come and say is that I have started a company, but I don't know what to do. Okay, see this I'm not sure how many people are experiencing this. Maybe not on the first day, but I think within 1 or 2 years this block will come. It came for me, and somehow we figured it out, and it's almost like 2 decades now we have crossed that. But this is still prevailing. Like we have started shop, we thought we'll build beautiful products, and then during the thing, we saw that there are million other similar products in the market, and suddenly everything blocks. Okay, so as Logic Wind, like where exactly I can find a collaboration, one as a startup founder, the other as a student, like projects, internship, collaboration, ideas, and things like that. Yeah.
So so Logic Wind is company. I would even say that like the key people are were the students, interns in my company like 5 years back, 6 years back. We have people who are leading the department right now, joined as a trainee in the company. And I am big on this. There is a reason to that. I was a trainee in SR and I learned in that 6 months which shaped my career. Like, I learned so much in that 6 months of that training. That was the best thing happened to like as a career step. Like okay, this is how you build things, and we were given like free hand in that. Like this is the research they were doing. Go and figure out these things. And if something goes wrong, we had to run. Like at 2 a.m. also, we had to go and to fix stuff. So that was very pivotal moment in my like first like when I had my first job, and then I experienced other friends and figured out after a few years like oh this is not how you usually trainings go. It's very different than what we end up doing. That made me like, and that's why I'm like I whoever training comes, I first thing I say is, and this is like one, you are joining as a real employee here. You will have 2 months of like will give you what to learn, but you are learning yourself. You are not so one. It's the attitude which matters, and we have probably like out of our 40 people, 10 more than 10 or even 17, 18 people would be the people who were interns here. So we are big on interns, but we hire like interviews are like crazy. It goes for 2 days for interns. So we make sure that we hire the right people and they are the passionate about technology as much as we are. Even we are having third year interns right now who are they seek out, like at least in Surat, what has happened is they know about us. They seek out like, hey, my friend or that said this is the right place to do internship. Do you hire interns? And we say yes. Appear for the interview. If you are the right fit, you are in. Like no problem, no question asked. So we usually sometimes have 5 interns, 6 interns, 2 interns. Even interns are there who wants to study abroad. For then also we take them. It's not. See, this is the mindset of we are not a company. We are a technology development group as a core. We are not profit oriented. Like oh, that guy is gonna go after 6 months, so we don't hire. No, you come in, you work for 2 months like crazy, deliver the last 4 months. We'll have a project for trainees, like deliver that, and then go. And we make sure that if you don't finish, we will write that in your report. So this kind of interns we want, like they are passionate because I see myself. So we have shaped a lot of people like that, and that's what I take proud. Like I am making at least my city technology students are giving them real internship and real experience, even though they end up going US or some big companies or it's fine, right? But you are here for 6 months, then I have a plan to make sure that you deliver to the company. So that's how we do internships. But I think it's very very crucial a job of a company to make sure they do in their fullest potential. And you can say that it's not a scalable model. It's definitely not. We of course hire experts and we do that, but being like experimenting, always experimenting more. We always want people who are hungry for new things and not really worried about what it will lead to that. So like AI. So one guy is already working on AI with me. He's very passionate about it. So sometimes if something's new, I directly work with him. So every day I have an assignment like figure this out, send, give it a code push, and I'll review and I'll give you next task. So we both are researching. So this is how we are doing it. There is nothing right or wrong, and it's been successful. But internship is a big thing. So I would suggest everybody to choose the right company. The students listening to this, right company for internship. It should fit you. If you like corporate lifestyle, go there and do that. But if you are like uh, more, like R&D and research, and to find such companies, there are companies out there doing
So
what.
if I'm a techie guy and if I like technology and if I like to put my hands on, very dedicated, I think Logic Wind is always open.
Yeah,
Uh, so students who are actually watching this right now, I will provide connect details to Nachiket in this email description, in this video description. Connect with him. If you are hungry, prove it to him. You know how much hungry you are. Like you can definitely get much bigger exposure in logistics. Final parts of our discussion, Nachiket. What are all the interesting things that is in line for Logicmin right now in a year? In
what are
terms of
all interesting?
projects or in terms of expansion, something which you can share.
Yeah. So we we one is our US partnership with the US company. We want to make it stronger, so we are working on that. So we will expand that. Second, I am looking forward to the CTO I am of the startups I have been part of as a co-founder. Those are taking really good shape and like really growing. So those are the place we may even go for funding. We don't know today, and that thing will scale. So that is in year that those things will be. And third is the games. I now we have like narrowed. Now we know a lot about industry, how to market, how to do. So that's third thing I'm looking forward to in a year. A lot of things are moving. Like that's what it is. Like we took a lot together, and we are trying to push all together. I think this is the year, and the COVID has been uh, catalyst in that. Like everybody's working on their own and they have to figure out something, and there is no meetings are happening. Everything is new. So things have started moving a lot faster all of a sudden. So yeah, so these are the things you should look out for. And one thing is we are driven to get one of our own product, SaaS product, out in a way that it's world class quality and useful. The contact book you will understand if you go to contactbook.app, and that is our just first experimental product, and it is already of a quality which you will see that. And the next one is we are taking Slack as our bar. That quality we are going to build and deliver. So that should happen in 2020. Yeah.
Oh, lovely to hear, and it's always nice to speak with you, Nachiket. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope it was a good learning session for all. Anybody wants to reach out to Nachiket or LogicWin, I will provide the contact details in this video. You can straight away talk with them. And best wishes from all of us to Nachiket, you personally, and LogicWin as a company. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Satish. It was pleasure talking with you, and keep doing this. It's really good for students and the people who want to start.
Thank you
Thank
so much. Thank you.